In this episode of Bali Marine Life, you'll find out how many teeth a pufferfish has. Hello underwater friends, this is Kim from Bali Marine Life. And in this video, you're going to go on a pufferfish encounter with me. Yesterday I went diving in Tulamben, Bali at a site called the Drop-Off. And on our way back from visiting the reef, there is a channel that's about 30 feet deep, and there we spotted this blue spotted pufferfish. The family of pufferfish has about 120 species in it, and they range from species that are only about an inch long to about 4 feet long. This pufferfish is pretty good size, and he looks like he's pretty fat. But actually, he's just eating a sponge. And as my husband pointed out, when we get a little closer, look at the texture of his stomach, because his stomach is bumpy like the sponge that he's eating. Pufferfish have 4 teeth, but the top 2 teeth and the bottom 2 teeth are fused, so it really looks like they have a beak like a bird. The teeth can grow back if they get worn down. Pufferfish eat all kinds of invertebrates, not just sponges. They eat both sessile and mobile invertebrates, meaning invertebrates that are stuck onto rocks like the sponge, and they'll also eat invertebrates like crabs and crustaceans and things that actually move. Pufferfish are also known to eat small fishes. Right now he's looking at me and he's opening and closing his mouth. That is how fish breathe. So right now the water's going in his mouth and then out his gills. Pufferfish have strange bodies. They don't have any pelvic fins, meaning they don't have any fins on the bottom because they're not benthic, so they don't need those pelvic fins. They have pectoral fins, which you see flapping around, and they have both a pelvic fin and an anal fin, which are really far back on its body. Right now, those pelvic and anal fins are just flapping in alternate directions, keeping them stable. They're not very good swimmers, I wouldn't say, but they have other ways that they can, adapt to the environment. So I want to talk about a couple of the things that the pufferfish can do to survive. When they're small, this fish really at this size, I mean, look at him. He doesn't really have any predators at this size, but when they're smaller, and a fish like a grouper or a moray eel or a bigger fish would try to ingest a pufferfish, it can suck in water and it can then expand to about 4 times its size. Immediately, that fish will not be able to swallow it, so it'll just spit out the puffer. Now, they have another way of defending themselves, and that is that they produce a neurotoxin. And the toxin is actually produced, it's not by themselves, it's a symbiotic bacteria that produces the toxin. So there's toxins in their organs and on their skin, and so that would be the demise of a fish that does eat them. Now, I want to tell you a little story about Slash. We did have Slash in our aquarium, and he did eat a pufferfish, which was a small pufferfish, and Slash got very sick. That was our moray eel that we had in Guam. He was sick for days. He couldn't eat anything else for days, but he did survive because it was a small pufferfish without a lot of toxin. Now, this pufferfish is actually helping many other species on the reef right now. And if you noticed, there's angelfish, there's an emperor angelfish, which also eats sponges. But she doesn't have to do much work, right? She's just in there eating the leftover sponges. Wrasses are coming by, eating the leftover sponges. I mean, I saw lizardfish in the background just kind of working on all the things coming out of the sand because he's stirring up a lot of sand. And so there's lots of fish that are benefiting from this pufferfish right now. Not only that, he's spitting out some sponges. And when sponges get spit out like that, they can actually regenerate into new sponges into new areas. They're not going to settle onto this sandy bottom though, because it's not a hard substrate for them. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning about the pufferfish. And for more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, Bali Marine Life. Thank you for watching.